Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. If this is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. So on today's episode of Turning Void Materials into a Beautiful Piece, we'll be learning how to cut and sew 4-in-1 BUBU dress. So let's head to the tutorial proper. So guys, for today's tutorial, the fabric we'll be working with is adire, a silk adire. Now adire, you can get adire from any market in Nigeria, and it usually comes in 4 yards, and 4 yards can work perfectly for anybody. And the basic bodies we're going to be working with today is your neckline, your shoulder, and your biggest measurements, your biggest body. And we're going to be making use of this bias. Now this bias I had before, but 1 yard should be able to do. Okay, so before cutting, I'm going to use this pattern paper you're seeing here to illustrate to us how to get an adire design. Now adire usually have a design at the middle. Now if you don't get that design, the beauty of the adire fabric will not come out. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly explain to us how to avoid the mistake of not getting the design of your adire to be at the middle. Now you don't fold this way. This is normal way we fold to get it. No, for you to get the design of the adire at the middle, you open up your fabric, your full fabric, and then pick the two edges and fold it together like so. Now when you fold it, like after folding it like so, you go ahead and turn it over the way you see me do like so. Then you fold into four. Now when you're cutting, your design is going to be at the middle as you're going to be taking your measurement from there. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead to fold. Now this is how I folded my own. You can see now the normal folding we have our zipper allowance under. Now my front neck, the front fabric is the one under, and when I folded it, I shifted the back one outside by 1 inch. You can see where the chalk is. You can see where that chalk is. That is the 1 inch. Now the essence of that 1 inch is because I'm going to be having a loop. It's going to have a rush at the front. Okay, so guys, we'll go in now by our neck depth we're working with is 4.5 inches. Now for the back neckline, I'm going to be using 3 inches for the back neckline. Okay, now we'll go to the front. Now you can see that the back neckline is the one at the top, not the other way around. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Then we'll go ahead and curve this in. So I went ahead to draw out this square in order for us to know how to get a normal C curve for your back neckline. Okay, so then for the front neckline, we're going to come down by 6 inches. Now this 6 inches, I'm doing 6 inches because of the rush at the front. Like it's going to have a rope at the front. Please, it's a rope that I'm trying to pronounce this. It's going to have a rope at the front, and then I'll go ahead from the same place where I have my back neckline. I went ahead to extend it to meet it. Now we're going to shift this forward. We're going to shift it a bit so that you will see where we're going to mark. Now we'll come down by 3 inches for our shoulder slope. Okay, after marking these 3 inches by our shoulder slope, we'll go ahead and connect from our shoulder to come and meet the 3 inches. The way you see me connect it like so, please go ahead and connect yours like so. Okay, so guys, after connecting it like so, we're going to go ahead now and cut out all the places that we've marked. That is the front neckline and the back neckline plus the shoulder. Okay, just follow the way I am. Anywhere you see me cut, just go ahead and cut it that way, and you're going to get yours. Okay, but first of all, we're going to go ahead and cut the back neckline first. The back neckline. Now we're going to flip it open and then connect it and extend the line to meet the front neck. You can see this is a V neckline. Now why I'm doing a V neckline, don't worry, you're going to understand why I did this neckline in the process of our cutting. Okay, so go ahead now and cut all the places that you've marked. We're going to go ahead now and cut this out. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead now to cut it. So the next thing we're going to do is to pick the front shoulder and the back shoulder. Okay, but before that, we're going to go ahead and remove all the pins. I had to pin this fabric down. You can see from the video how silky this is, and this fabric is very, very difficult to work with, I won't even lie to you. Okay, so after removing the pin, we'll go ahead and remove the pin like so. Then we'll open it up like so. This is the back neckline, and we'll pick the front. Now before the front neckline, okay, the next thing we're going to do right now is to go ahead and bring out the front. Now we're not going to cut, we're only going to tear open. Just divide it with your scissors. You can see the way I'm dividing it like so. Please go ahead and divide it. Now the essence of this is, by the time you stitch it together, you will have the 1 inch that will came the allowance we added, the 1 inch allowance we added at the front of the clothes. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So after that, now we're going to go ahead and separate this together. We're going to go ahead and separate the front and the back, and then we're going to go ahead and join our shoulders. You can see, then you pick the front facing front, the front of the back and front of the back, and then join the shoulders together. Okay, so guys, I have gone ahead to join the shoulders. You can see the way it is. After joining it, I also went ahead to iron and open it. It's important for us to always iron when you're sewing. And I also went ahead to close back the front. You know, we opened the allowance we added, so I closed it with 1 inch on both sides. Okay, so let's leave that aside now. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and pick our bias. If you know how to turn a bias, you're just going to start from the front. So by the time you open it, you're going to flip it in and sew it at the back. So I will take this now and bring it back. So guys, I've gone ahead to join the turn the neckline with bias. Now I did not stitch the front where I joined the opening that we have at the front, that 1 inch. That is because I'm going to use that place to cover up when I join the rope at the front. Okay, so after that, now guys, we're going to go ahead now and hem this together. Now remember, I told we left 1 inch allowance at the front. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to hem it in. You see the way I'm folding it in? Please go ahead and fold it in, but fold in a way by 1/2 inch so that you can be able to pass through, so that a rope or an elastic can be able to pass through from that. Okay, so guys, now the next thing we're going to do, we're going to pick our shoulders together. After that, we're going to go ahead now and pick our shoulders together and then hold it together like so. Now the essence of this is to get our sleeve length. Now depending on the sleeve length you want to work with. Okay, now the sleeve length I'm working with is 9 inches. I wanted to do 10 inches, but I ended up doing 9 inches because I didn't want the sleeve length to be too open, so I settled for 9 inches. Now we're going to go ahead now and trim a little. Now please, there's a mistake I made and I want to correct it. Now when you open it like this, please do not trim out all the way like the way you see me. So just go ahead and tear it out so that you can be able to fold it with ease. Okay, see, so you can be able to fold it the way you see me folding it, like that, with ease. So I hope you understand. Do not trim out when you put that notch. Okay, all right. So guys, I'll go ahead now and sew it round and bring it for us to see, and I'll also go ahead and hem this place that I told us to do before. Okay, so guys, I've gone ahead now to hem that place. You can see I've gone ahead to hem the sleeve. I also hem the sleeve in a way that an elastic band can easily pass through, and I also went ahead to hem this. You can see the hemming I'm talking about. Okay, so after that, now I went ahead to cut pieces. I cut different pieces. This is going to the one that is going to be serving different purposes, but the first pieces I cut is going to be the brush that is going to be at the front. That is the rope that is going to be at the front of our BUBU gown. Okay, now in order for you to get the length of the rope you are working with, you will measure your BUBU, the place you are going to attach the rope to. You measure it, whatever length you have, you're going to do that and add maybe extra 2-inch allowance, just extra 2-inch allowance to the normal length. So we're going to go ahead now and use our septum pin and then connect this inside. You see the way I'm passing it through? We're going to go ahead and pick one and pass it through all the way down. Okay, so please, this is how we're going to pass it through. So I'll pass this through now, and I'll also do the same thing for the other side. Remember, we cut 2 ropes for each of these holes that we created at the front. The two holes you're seeing there. So we're going to go ahead now and pass it through, and I will do the same thing for the other one and bring it back for us to see what it looks like. Okay, So guys, I've gone ahead now to pass it through, and the next thing we're going to do is, remember the neckline that I did not close properly. This is because I want to use it to hold down the rope when we finish passing it. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go ahead now and stitch back the bias properly so that I can use it to close back where I passed the rope through. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like. This is the two ropes. I've gone ahead to pass it through. You can see how it's looking. Okay, and I also went ahead to now hem back the stitches that I did not cover properly at the neckline. So guys, this bubu is also going to have a waist belt, like the belt to hold it firmly in case if you want it to be fitted at the front, and I cut 17 inches. Okay, now for us to attach the rope, we're going to go ahead and take our measurements from our shoulder to get our waistline. Now the waistline of this bubu that I'm working with is 16 inches. You can see from the shoulder down to the waistline is 16 inches. Now to get where to attach our rope, we're going to divide our round bust divided by 4. We divide it by 4. Whatever we get, we're also going to go ahead and divide it by 2. Now my round bust is 36 inches. 36 divided by 4 will give us 9. Now that 9 is the 9 that I just divided into 2. Whatever you get, you place it from your waistline and mark it. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Then you also do the same thing, the same place. Okay, so your round bust divided by 4. Whatever you get, you divide by 2, and that is how to get where to place your waist, like your rope that will help to hold your waist, your bubu waist, if you want it to be fitted at the front waist. So we'll go ahead and pin this together. You see the way I pin it? This is how you pin it. You see the way I'm fixing it, just the way I'm placing it. Go ahead and place your own like this and you're good to go. So I'm going to stitch this and bring it back for us to see. But before that, now I'm going to go ahead now and hem our allowance. Okay, so you can see this is the sleeve. From the sleeve, we're going to pick it up. Now if you notice when I said that the sleeve, I hemmed it in a way that an elastic can pass through or a rope can pass through. Now we're going to go ahead now and close our gown with 1 inch. So guys, I've gone ahead to close it, and I also went ahead to attach the waistline. Remember, we're sewing 4 in 1 bubu. Now if you want the waist fitted, you can go ahead and tie the waist. If you want a ruche at the front, you can go ahead and attach it. And then if you want to have it free, you can leave it like that. And then if you also want a sleeve, a fitted sleeve, you can see the way I'm saying it. You can see what I was trying to say. The sleeve, I had to open it in a way that I can pass an elastic or a rope through it. Okay, so that is basically all. If you want it anyhow your clients want their clothes to be anyhow they want to rock their bubu dress, they can go ahead. If they want a fitted sleeve, they can achieve that. If they want a ruche at the front, that is a rope at the front, they can achieve that. And if they also want a free sleeve, they can achieve that. You can see what I'm talking about, the sleeve. And then if you want to have a fitted waist, you can do that. So guys, thank you so much for watching. That is all for our 4-in-1 bubu dress. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment so that this video can go viral. Okay, and also do not forget to subscribe and turn your notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified on our next video. Bye for now.